Hello, Pastor Lazard.
Hello, how you doing?
Fine.
Yes.
Thank you so much for taking time to sit with the Southern View.
Yes.
And I want to let the audience know I'm Susannah Johnson Malbreaux, publisher of the Southern View magazine, and it's my pleasure to sit and talk with Pastor Ken Lazard. And our focus is to talk about the Senior Pastoral Alliance of Southwest Louisiana. So, Pastor Lazard.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and like where you're from and your family?
Yes, well, I'm from Lake Charles.
Lake Charles,
Lake Charles
okay.
is my hometown. I married my high school sweetheart of 30 years now.
Awesome. It's a blessing.
Yes, it is. We have 3 sons,
3, okay.
2 grandkids, a granddaughter and a grandson,
Okay.
and 2 daughter-in-laws.
Awesome.
So we're a rich family.
Rich family,
We are a rich
and the
family,
family's
yes,
growing.
yes,
and aren't the
yes.
grandchildren just a wonderful
I
addition?
tell you what, I love them, but I'm glad they got their own good address.
You have them over, you spoil them, but
Yes,
at the end of the
yes.
day, it's time for them to go back to mom and dad.
yes, but they call me Big Papa, so
Okay.
I love them and they love us back. So, and then of course, we have an awesome church here at Destiny of Faith.
Okay.
The Lord has blessed me to be a pastor over a great congregation of people. We're
Yes,
very
exactly.
family oriented. Love is always shown and always felt. And so I'm very blessed to have a very blessed church family that I pastor, yes.
I hear some wonderful things, and you guys have the new location that will be coming up.
Yes, we built it, and they're beginning to call me Noah, building the ark in the
Building the
backyard.
ark.
Yes, because the church happened to be next door to my home. And we're doing it debt-free, so we trust in God and believe in God that we will build that church, which is valued at about $9 million.
Awesome.
And
Where's
so-
the location?
On 409 Patterson.
Okay. That's
409
right.
Patterson, right across the street from Alice
Alice Boucher.
Alice Boucher,
Okay.
yes. So,
Good location. I'll have to pass by there.
oh,
I've seen the drawings.
yes.
It's
Well, the
it's
community have
wonderful.
changed so much.
Right.
We've adopted that area. We've built homes in that area, bringing in families in that community. So it really has changed. We've been living there for 16 years. This January will be our 14-year anniversary
Okay.
here at the church.
So you
So,
planted those roots and
Yes,
seeds, and
yes.
now just waiting for
oh,
it
I
to
tell you
grow.
what, we're seeing some blooms here and there, but the community is changing, and for the Lord to have given us a vision to build this church in that community, we could have built it anywhere.
Anywhere.
But the Lord He has a plan for that community, and I'm glad that we're part of that plan. Mhm.
Sounds like you're doing a wonderful job. So with that, the reason that we're here is to talk about the Senior Pastoral Alliance of Southwest Louisiana.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? How did the concept for the alliance come into play?
Well, there was always a heart, I think, with all the pastors to have some sort of fellowship connection, to be unified. And but the Lord gave me a vision concerning our community, because I live in the community that's being transformed now. So my heart and my soul is tied, and I begin to see the people. When I talk to them, they would always ask where the pastors are located. Where the pastors at, because the need was so much at times in very difficult moments, challenging, being underserved, not only by maybe our elected officials, but also at times by our faith-based community. And so I just felt a conviction that we need to come outside of our 4 walls and begin to pastor our community, and not just pastor our church, and what that looks like, and what it looks like from a senior pastor's office. And so we have ministerial alliances that's out there for fellowship, but this one here is really mission-oriented.
And that's what I was going to ask,
yes.
if you could share the mission.
Yeah, it's mission-oriented, and so oftentimes people ask, well, what's the difference between a ministerial alliance and a senior pastoral alliance? Well, it's just like the head of states. When heads of states go to a meeting, they're asking the people that's over their state to go and represent that state. The same thing with our senior pastors, because when senior pastors come together, because of the authority that we have in the office that we hold.
And probably the seniority of
The
them.
seniority, so
The
when we
knowledge.
the knowledge, but we can make decisions on the direction that we want our
Exactly.
community to go in.
Exactly.
And so considering what God has given us charge over is our mandate to wherever community we're pastoring, to see that community reflect who God is in that community. And I just believe that the church should be the strongest influence in any community. And when the church is not influencing the community begin to go astray.
And starts to suffer.
Exactly. So I begin to see some things, and I begin to lead by example by doing some things. So we've adopted some areas in that community. And because we took the charge, and because I have a wonderful church here, and I gave them the vision of the mission for adopting certain communities in that area, and they got behind their pastor that they believe in, and together we was able to unite and go into a community and make a difference. And so when I saw the power of the pulpit, when the senior pastor began to lead the charge and cast a vision, that the people will follow. They want to go out there and see
They
the
need
community
someone
change.
to lead and guide
Yes.
and direct, and
Yes.
I always say the senior pastors basically have that vision,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
you carry that through your congregation, who are
Yes.
true followers,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
of you. You know, so
Exactly.
I've seen that across the various churches as well.
Yes, and we have great churches in our community, and I'm honored to have been chosen to go out and assemble us together. But now we are united, and we're called the Senior Pastoral Alliance of Southwest Louisiana.
Which means it grows.
It
can be
grows,
regional.
exactly. So it's not just a local movement, it's going to be a regional movement.
Right.
You know, and so, but I'm so blessed to be around such great men and women of God that's pastoring the churches here in Lafayette.
Right.
Mhm.
So, and I did attend one of the meetings you guys had, and it was a pleasure to be there. And I saw there were numerous pastors, male and female.
Yes.
So about how many pastors are affiliated with the Alliance thus far?
You know, I'm very happy to say right now we have 25 pastors that have signed up. More are coming. Every month we add more pastors on as they hear. I've had the privilege to speak with each pastor and spend quality time with them in conversation, and so they can have the vision and then get them connected to the Alliance.
Right. And make that decision if they want to be a part of it.
Exactly. And so all of them have been just, you know, elated with having such an organization in place that have not only fellowship but a mission that's
Right.
mission oriented,
Right.
so we can see the kingdom of God, you know, move in different areas of our city.
And then when I think back, you know, with you know, the pastors getting together, this is long overdue. I
Yes.
think there's been numerous attempts to
Yes.
pull something like that together, but this seems to be a very unique group. I think, like you said, it's the senior pastors that are coming together.
Yes.
That can hold that bond, because, you know, I'd like to see longevity.
Yes.
Longevity
Yes.
in this.
Yes.
So having said that, you know, the pastoral, the senior pastors, the leadership, how do you feel the Alliance will help, I guess you could say, mend the leadership in the African American community?
Yeah, I think, you know, you have to lead by example. You know, I think that when you got a model out there, when you got men and women showing each other honor for their office that they hold, and giving them room to lead, I think other leaders will begin to see us as we unite. Because we had to come across some, we had to remove some things that wouldn't be hindrance to us. We decided that we was not going to allow our denominations to keep us separate.
And you know, that has in the past.
Yes.
I've been observant to that over the years for whatever reason.
Yes.
It has that tendency to divide, but I think, you know, we're at that turning point where you
Yes.
guys see,
Yes.
you know, you set the denomination aside
Yes.
and go for that one goal, that
Exactly,
one mission.
exactly. Well, when you set the denomination aside and you set the doctrines aside, then we begin to move as one body, the body of Christ.
Right.
You know, there's no separate body. There's only one body, and we all serve one God and one Lord. But to manifest that, to become that, which we are called to lead our congregation in the body of Christ, no matter whether you're Catholic, Baptist, Church of God in Christ, non-denomination affiliate, whatever it may be, you know, we all come to the cross.
Right.
And at that cross, we become one. And this is what we decided to do, was to be one body and not bring all the other stuff that can cause us to hinder our journey. And be understanding of one another's spiritual cultures and respect it as well.
Right.
And so I think,
it's about respect.
yes, it is. It is when you respect the spiritual culture of any denomination, knowing that all denominations add value to some degree, and not begin to separate and judge. It gives longevity to the alliance. It gives longevity to the unity of the alliance. So I'm happy to say that we've, you know, agreed and pushed past all of that, and just
Probably took a little work, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, everything takes a little massaging, you know, and then at
the
the same time, I think, and I believe in my heart that we're just in the right season for it to happen, you know.
You're right.
And in times past, there was a lot of attempts, but in any great movement, there's a lot of hard work at the bottom. But I'm reminded of the scriptures, despite not the day of small beginnings, you know. So, because if you stay faithful to the work, then it will produce much fruit as you stay faithful to the work. But there's a lot of heavy lifting in the foundation portion of it. And so, but where we at right now, we are united, we are one, we're moving forward. On January 31st, we are all coming together at the Convention Center, the Cajun Dome, for the Pastoral Alliance induction. That would be somewhat like an inaugural service for a governor or for parish president or whatever. But for us here in the city, because North Lafayette really hadn't had a voice from the faith-based community collectively, collaboratively working together.
I can't think ever.
You know, and I'm not from here. I've only been here for the majority of 20 years. But in my 20 years of being here, I've not seen that.
But you've planted your seeds here, you know, so you've taken ownership.
Yes, yes.
And you've got a great congregation, so you've been doing God's work. He's been calling you, you know, to pull, you know, folks together.
Yes.
You know, so that's why you're here.
Yes, well, I tell you what, I'm honored to be here, and I got to say though, we have some awesome pastors. They all bring their own individual gifts and perspective, and all of it is very valuable to us. And but to come together and to begin to move as one, I'm excited about that, because I know God is excited about that. And the beneficiary of us coming together will be our community, you know. And so because our families go to each other's churches, you know, and so they want it. You know, when I begin to mention to my own congregation about the churches coming together, I mean, and I do 2 services here at 9 and 11 o'clock, and we got a standing ovation because we're coming together, and we're sincere about it, about coming together and staying together.
I think that's wonderful. So, you know, having said that, you know, I think the community has been looking for leadership. I think the community has been looking toward leadership from the pastors in the community. That's why I think it's a wonderful thing. It's a powerful thing. Like I said, it's the season, you know, for that. So you guys can't do all the work. You know, how can the community get involved with helping the Alliance to achieve its missions and its goals?
Yeah, you know, every pastor has his own, congregation that he shepherds over. And it starts from the church, because it has to begin a movement. But the community at large can support what the church is doing. You know, whether it be from a government aspect to a nonprofit organization to private entities. I think that collaborative, as we all come together, when I share the story of what's going on with the pastors, with our community, I kind of refer to myself as a unifier, because all parts have to come together to make this work. You know, because yes, there's things that the faith base can do, but there's also economic development, you know, that our community needs. You know, there's housing concerns that's needed. You know, homelessness, and then you got some areas with the flood maps being restructured that state funding can't go in because of the rules that's in place right now and fund those homes that need, by our own senior citizens, that need upgrade what in the homes that they're currently living in now. But because of the flood maps, the way the law states, they can't give state dollars to a house that's in a flood zone, and so we have to find another avenue for that. So these are the practical things from the Pastoral Alliance that we talk about, that we work with other entities to figure out how we're going to bring the resources to our communities, to our families, to our seniors. They may find themselves in that situation.
Are you guys meeting on a monthly basis right now?
Yes, we do. We meet on a monthly basis. Actually, we meet on a monthly basis, and the executive board meets on a monthly basis as well.
And you've been elected the president of the alliance.
Yes. I've been elected. I've been elected as the president, and I'm glad that the pastors have faith in me.
They have the faith in you.
They have faith
exactly.
in me to see me
well,
in that
role. Well,
role.
it's about, within the realm of leaders, you still have to have another realm of leaders to lead the group of leaders.
Yes.
So, you've been charged with that. Like you said, they have faith in you.
Yes.
So you're that person that can pull people together. And I think you've got a good core group behind you because, like I said, I was at the meeting.
Yes.
I got it. A lot of the pastors I saw, I know.
Yes.
I know, and I know that they're willing to follow.
Yes. Well, it takes great wisdom to lead leaders.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
Because they all come with their own strength.
Right.
And in that strength comes a value that shows up in the meetings that we have, because they walk in their own space as the leader of their church, and but they bring all of that, and we use all of that for the furtherance to see our community be better, and so and I got to say that the movement is great, and so on January 31st, we're looking for a great turnout for support from all of our elected officials. And so from all of our private organizations. So you're going to be getting an invitation.
I was going to say, if you need me to help get the word out, I do that very well. Just kind of promote, whether it's on Facebook, online, Twitter, all the social media.
Yes.
And then no doubt, the TVs and everybody will come together. So I really think it'll be a wonderful thing.
I tell you what I'm looking forward to.
So it starts on, it is on the 31st. It'll be at the Cajun Dome.
Yes.
And what time does it start?
That's Sunday evening at 6.
Okay.
Sunday evening at 6.
So it'll be the inauguration, so the community will have an opportunity to see all of the pastors that are involved.
Yes.
And then I'm sure you'll have a musical selection.
Actually, we all agreed, all the pastors agreed, that we was going to have our Senior Pastoral Alliance mass choir.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, so all of the music ministries from the different churches going to be coming together, collaborating. All of the musicians, I'm telling you, and some of these musicians are in the singers. Oh my God,
they're in that zone.
Oh
so many of them are so awesome.
Yes. So we
There's
have some
talent in the city.
very talent, a lot of talent.
Yeah, lots of talent.
We have very accomplished musicians and psalmists that's in our churches, so I'm looking forward to see that come together.
You'll have to let me know when those rehearsals are.
Yes.
I'd love to be able to capture the moments of them getting together.
Well, Pastor Ty Cook has been given that assignment to give oversight to that. So I'll make sure I get you his information for sure.
I watched him last month, and he was playing the piano.
Yes, over here. Yes.
It was awesome. So I kind of videoed that as well. Let's see. So, like with the meetings, are they open to the public?
No, the meetings are not open to the public. Not to say that they won't be in the future, but because we're at this ground level and we're establishing the foundation.
You guys have to get yourself together.
Exactly. In building this, oftentimes we don't think about an organization and structure. You think about the functionality of it, but the foundation is everything. And as we've been building our new facility, I see the patience that it takes just for the foundation alone.
Yeah.
You know, because
you
you
build
want
that solid foundation.
exactly because you want the Pastoral Alliance to evolve through generations.
Exactly.
You know, so if the foundation is laid properly, we can build on it, and then the next generation can build off of what we've laid. And so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Well, I could probably see you guys having maybe some ad hoc committees, that would bring the community on board to help,
Yes.
with certain things.
Yes.
Because like you said, you guys can't do it all.
No.
You have to disseminate that information, to the congregations. In fact, my pastor, John Milton,
Yes.
had already contacted me. Will we be able to utilize you? You'll be able to help out?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
like, okay, I'm all about, typing things,
Yes.
getting organized, and also, I enjoy doing that.
Yes.
And whatever I can do to help,
Yes.
you guys just,
Thank you so
just
much,
knock
Susannah.
on my
Yes.
door,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I'll be there.
Yes, well, just like today, we're going to be pulling on you. We appreciate you at all the right places at all the right time.
I try to
Yes,
be,
yes,
for me, it's about capturing what's happening in our communities and
yes,
sharing it with the rest of the community and the world.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm excited about this. So with that, I just want to let folks know that the interview will be published in the upcoming issue of the Southern View magazine, which will probably be published today.
Yeah.
And if you want information on the Southern View magazine, you can find us on Facebook at the Southern View magazine. You can also go to the website, www.thesouthernview.wordpress.com. So we always say I'm that one-man operation. So at this
Yes.
point, I'm going to ask you for closing comments. I'm just going to go ahead and take over. But
Yes,
it has
yes.
been a pleasure.
Thank
I've
you
really
so much for
enjoyed it.
having
Thank
me.
you
Yes,
for taking the
yes,
time out
yes,
of your busy day.
yes,
Okay?
yes. Well, just in closing, I just want to share just a little bit concerning the Pastoral Alliance, the reason for the Pastoral Alliance, what you should look forward to. The Pastoral Alliance was created to bring forth an awareness in our community where our churches are concerned, that we want to be an influence. We want to be an influence to see our community grow and prosper. We want to see our underserved community be served in a way that will give dignity to them and their families, but also show the love of God. And that comes from His body, it comes from His church. So as we activate ourselves first as pastors, we then look forward to activating our community and to be a part of this movement. It's not just a moment, it's a movement. And it's going to look like something. Already we have begun to see great changes and transformations in some of our communities, like Truman, like Lillian Heights, like Bayberry, like Richter Park, Gentilly. So all of that area there, we already have begun to see transformation. So we look forward for you guys connecting with us in whatever way you think that you want to come and participate. And on behalf of the other pastors, I want to tell you that we love you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you at our upcoming induction service on January 31st at 6 p.m. at the Convention Center. Thank you so much. We love you.